Say everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, you've just dived into The Witcher on Netflix, and you're thinking, wait, what just happened? Don't worry, you're not alone. The first episode, The End's Beginning, throws you right into the deep end with multiple characters and what seems like a jumbled timeline. I'm here to break it all down for you, so by the end of this video, everything will make perfect sense. Let's start with our titular hero, the monster hunter himself, Geralt of Rivia. We first meet Geralt in a swamp, fighting a giant spider-like monster called a Kikimora. After a tough battle, he takes its head and travels to the nearby town of Blaviken to claim a bounty. This is our first glimpse into the life of a Witcher. They monster slayers for hire, but they're often feared and ostracized by the very people they protect. They're mutants changed by intense trials and potions, which gives them enhanced strength, senses, and longevity. In Blaviken, Geralt crosses paths with two key figures. First is a wizard named Stregobor, who's hiding in a magical tower. Stregobor hires Geralt to kill a supposedly cursed woman named Renfri, whom he believes is a monster in human form, born under a cursed sun. He tells Geralt she's part of a prophecy and is destined to bring death and destruction. Then, Geralt meets Renfri herself. She's a charismatic and tough former princess who leads a band of mercenaries. She tells Geralt a very different story. She claims Stregobor has been hunting her since she was a child, trying to dissect her to prove his theories. She was exiled, abused, and forced to survive on her own. Now, she's in Blaviken for revenge. She wants to kill Stregobor and is threatening to harm innocent townspeople at the market to force him out of his tower. This puts Geralt in an impossible position. He's caught between two people, both telling him to choose a side. To choose the lesser evil, Geralt's code is to remain neutral and not get involved in human conflicts. But both Stregobor and Renfri force his hand. He warns Renfri to leave town and let go of her vengeance. She seems to agree, and they even share a personal moment. But the next morning, Geralt realizes she lied. He rushes to the market to stop her and her men from harming the villagers. A brutal fight breaks out, and Geralt is forced to kill Renfri and her entire crew to protect the innocent. The townspeople don't see a hero. They only see a butcher who has just slaughtered people in the middle of their market. Stregobor appears, confirms the townsfolk's fears, and they turn on Geralt, throwing stones and calling him the Butcher of Blaviken. This is a tragic moment that will haunt Geralt for the rest of his life. He tried to do the right thing, but ended up with a cursed name. Now, let's jump to our second storyline, which is where things get tricky. We're introduced to a young princess named Cirilla, or Ciri, in the kingdom of Sintra. Sintra is a powerful and prosperous nation, ruled by her grandmother, the formidable Queen Calanthe. Ciri is living a sheltered royal life, but you can tell she's restless and wants to experience the world. Suddenly, their world is shattered. The aggressive Nilfgaardian Empire launches a surprise invasion. The Cintran army is crushed, and the capital city is sacked. The battle scenes are intense, and show the sheer brutality of the Nilfgaardian forces. During the chaos, Queen Calanthe is mortally wounded. In her dying moments, she reveals a crucial secret to Ciri. She tells her, "Find Geralt of Rivia. He is your destiny." This is the first time we hear these two names connected. Why is Geralt Ciri's destiny? The show doesn't explain it yet, but it's the central mystery that drives the season. As the castle falls, a loyal knight helps Ciri escape. She flees the burning city alone, hunted by a terrifying Nilfgaardian knight in a winged helmet named Cahir. Her journey as a refugee begins, with only her grandmother's last words to guide her. So, here's the big reveal about the timelines. Geralt's story in Blaviken takes place decades before Ciri is even born. The show is presenting these two stories in parallel, but they are happening in different time periods. We have Geralt, the lonely monster hunter burdened by his past, and Ciri, the fugitive princess with a mysterious destiny. And that's not all. The episode gives us a tiny glimpse of our third main character, Yennefer of Vengerberg, though we don't know her name yet. We see her briefly being mocked for her physical deformities before she accidentally teleports away in a moment of distress. Her story also takes place decades before series, around the same time as We'll dive deep into her origins in the next episode. So, to recap, Episode 1 introduces Geralt, the Butcher of Blaviken, and Ciri, the fugitive princess of Vintra. It establishes the central theme of destiny and the lesser evil. And most importantly, it sets up the multiple timelines with Geralt's and Yennefer's stories taking place in the past and Ciri's in the present. It's a lot to take in, but it's a brilliant way to build this rich world and its characters. I hope that clears things up. Stick with the series, because watching these timelines slowly converge is one of the most rewarding parts of the season. If this video helped you out, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.